Welcome to One-on-One with Expert Flyer. I'm your host, Lisa Caslin, and we have a special guest today, Cierra King, who is the co-founder of a wonderful retreat vacation business called Reset Retreat, and she's going to talk to us about this as a really unique vacation option, if you will. So, welcome.
Well, thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. So tell us a little bit about your company, where it's based, and I know you have a really cool story about how it started, so we want to hear that.
Sure. So right now we're based out of Austin, Texas,
Mm-hmm.
and the locations change depending on the retreat. We just finished up a retreat in Texas outside of Dallas, Fort Worth. So the retreat combines personal growth and a little bit of adventure as well as yoga. So that's what the programming is comprised of.
Okay, cool. So, and you started basically out of a need that you felt that you had yourself, right? You were on some kind of a trip and you met these women that you didn't know at all, and you all kind of had this epiphany, right?
Yeah, I mean, I personally was going through some pretty big life changes and not knowing which direction I wanted to go, and met these women on vacation, and we all started talking about very similar issues that we don't normally talk about with maybe our friends or family. Excuse me. And by the end of the retreat, we realized how much we had had a personal growth experience in this beautiful location. And we thought that we really needed to be able to create this for other people who maybe didn't just happen to stumble upon these two other women.
Yeah, very cool. So you cater to women, obviously. Do you think that women need this more? Or are they just more open to it than men are?
That's a really great question. I mean, we would love to, in the future, be able to open it for men as well, because I think that men do need it too. I do think that the programming would have to change because of that. And I think that women are at this point where it's starting to be more acceptable to recognize that you need to take care of yourself. And we typically are individuals who do take care of others constantly, whether that's family, friends, employees. And so I think that it's really imperative for women to be able to take that moment and step back and make sure that they're doing the things to make themselves better so that they can make the world around them better.
So why would someone seek out a retreat as a vacation option? You know, is it, oh, I've just done it all and I just want to try this, or do they really want to work on something? What do you find?
I think they really want to work on something. I think most of the guests that comes to us, they're either coming because they've gone through some type of massive life change, or they want to or need to go through some type of life change, whether that being relationship, friendship-based, career-based, really anything.
So how do you, it's an interesting notion. So let's say you had, and how many women would you typically have at one time?
Between 8 and 16, depending on the type of retreat.
Okay. So, let's just say you had 10 women with varying, needs and desires on this retreat vacation. How do you accommodate all of their, unique issues?
Yeah. It's funny because the second that everybody gets there, or the first, opening remarks and the first time that we're all able to connect, everyone is coming from different walks of life, different ages. And what we find is they automatically just start helping each other. And obviously the program helps facilitate that opportunity. But we seem to find that the people who have the least in common with each other actually connect the deepest with each other and take those lessons away.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. I think it's because you wouldn't necessarily befriend somebody that is so different from you. And so you all of a sudden have your eyes open to being able to see somebody in front of you in a really different light.
Yeah. So do you think do you work with companies? So, would a large corporation say, hey, I want to do an employee retreat, and how do they use retreats to, increase morale, productivity, overcome maybe, I don't know, some other performance issue?
Yeah, a lot of times it's just people are overworked. So we have employees we have bosses send their employees, or HR send their employees, and they come back just much more clear. I mean, it's that reset word, we all need it. And it's been really fun to see, because the people that come who their bosses have sent them, they are so thankful, and they go back so appreciative and excited to go
Yeah,
back to that company,
I
because
bet.
they've just been gifted this incredible chance to learn about themselves.
Yeah. Beautiful perk. So if, somebody's considering this, never done it before, what can they expect? What should they expect if they call you up and they say, "Okay, I'm ready, Sierra. I want to book a retreat. I need to work on some stuff." What could they expect?
They could expect lots of downtime, lots of relaxation, and being able to reflect. They would definitely be taking away really good friendships. So one thing that people I think are fearful is if they're going by themselves. Sometimes we do have people come with other individuals, but when they're coming by themselves, there's that fear of, I'm walking into this situation of people that I don't know. And everyone has the same fear. And then 2 minutes into the retreat, it just evaporates. So having really strong connections is something that so far we've seen from every guest when they leave, that's one of the biggest takeaways for them. And
Hmm.
then the last thing of what to expect is just to be open. And it's amazing what happens when people are allowing themselves to be open.
So when you arrive, I assume you have a beautiful room, but you do them in Belize, or you do the sort of abbreviated versions in Texas, in Austin, right?
Mhm.
Um, do you have like a specific itinerary? So 9 a.m., wake up,
Mhm.
go for a sauna, have breakfast. Is it sort of like that? And then,
Yeah,
2 o'clock, you've got this class or that class. Is that sort of how it's structured?
yeah, absolutely. So we start with yoga every morning, a light breakfast before yoga if people want that. Then they go to yoga, and there's a more full breakfast after yoga, a little bit of downtime, and then we usually jump into the personal growth programming part. And
Hmm.
then thereafter, every day is a little bit different, but that's how the morning always starts.
Okay. And the type of the instructor, what are the instructor's credentials? Who are they?
They're amazing. The credentials, it completely varies, to be very honest. We've worked with a few of them, and they're dear to our hearts now because they've changed our lives personally. But it's different for each person. And usually when we're interviewing somebody, it's that gut feeling right away. Whatever the credentials are, that's fantastic. But what's on paper is not as important to us as how they make people feel.
Yeah. Okay, that's great. So on that note, is there anything else that you think we should know about your company or about retreats in general that maybe we don't know and should?
It's a lot more fun, I think, than some people expect, because you're going there to work,
Uh-huh.
but we always include play in everything that we have, because I think that's one of the best learning tools and the best opportunity to be yourself. Like for this last one, for example, we had a slide. It was a
Yeah.
beautiful house, very luxurious, but there was a slide in it. And I think that was a nice opportunity for people just to get out of their comfort zone and have some fun.
Yeah. Okay. So if people want more information, what's your website?
It's theresetretreat.com.
Okay, perfect.
And
All
we're
right.
on social media as Reset Retreat.
Okay, perfect. All right. Well, listen, thank you so much for your time. I really enjoyed talking to you.
Thank you so much.
All right, Sierra, take care.
Bye bye.
Bye.